Welcome back to the Pack Center here at Deer Creek High School. Hello, everyone. I'm Rick Harris, and I'm your play-by-play announcer for Antler Vision this basketball season. And tonight we have our home opener between the Deer Creek Antlers, your very own Antlers, against the visiting Stillwater Pioneers. Both teams suffered a heartbreaking loss on Tuesday night. The Antlers dropped a tough one over at Mustang, losing by 65-64. And the Pioneers dropped another one down in Norman, losing 49-40. This game promises to be what a lot of people are saying a budding rivalry in effect. These two teams played each other 3 times last year, Deer Creek winning all 3, but every game was close and down to the wire, and in some cases got a little chippy. So what we have here is a budding rivalry, and hopefully we will see some good basketball here tonight. Coach Mike Donnelly is beginning his second year at the helm of the program, and he expects great things from this basketball team. He believes that they have come a long ways from last year. They're disappointing last year, and he believes their maturity this year is going to carry them to their first 6A playoff victory. So we're going to have a great game tonight. Buckle your seatbelts and let's watch and see what happens, because it's Deer Creek versus Stillwater tonight here at the Pack Center, Antler Vision basketball.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second game of tonight. Once again, we welcome the Stillwater Pioneers to Deer Creek. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting lineups. First for Stillwater.
A senior, number 5, Simon Devlin. Senior, number 10, Mitchell Bradshaw. Senior, number 22, Alec Nofsker. Senior, number 23, Isaac Fox. And a senior, number 33, David Paul Caldwell. The head coach is Michael Davis. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for your Deer Creek Antlers. Starting for the Antlers, a junior, number 1, Zach Trethaway. A senior, number 2, Kellen Ferguson. A junior, number 21, Miles Slater. A senior, number 23, Nick White. And a junior, number 35, Stephen Payne. The head coach is Mike Donnelly. Assistant coaches are Jeremy Grexton, Jacob Cortizio, and Luke Johns.
So we're ready for tip-off here, our game 2 of our doubleheader today at the home opener for the Deer Creek Antlers. Starting lineups for Deer Creek: number 1, Zach Trethaway; number 2, Kellen Ferguson; number 21, Miles Slater; number 23, Nick White; and number 35, newcomer Stephen Payne. Mike Donnelly ready to start his second season as the head man here for the Antlers. Little moving of the furniture here before we get started. Nick White will be jumping for the Antlers. He tips it back to Zach Trethaway, and the Antlers have the basketball to start it off. Number 21, Miles Slater. Stephen Payne to the rim. Nice play. 2 points for Stephen Payne, junior. Number 10, Bradshaw, brings the ball across half court. Ready to set the offense. Stillwater likes to shoot a lot of threes. They'll come off a lot of screens and take a lot of jump shots. First shot by number 22, Alec Nofsker. Doesn't draw anything. Goes out of bounds. Deer Creek basketball. Nick White in the backcourt with Zach. Pressure. Good skip pass, number 21. Miles Slater with the basketball. Gets it back to Stephen Payne, who kicks it to White. White with a long three. He hits it. Payne made a nice drive to the paint. Kicked it out to Nick White, who was wide open. He took a step-back Dirk Nowitzki type three and hit it. 5-0 Antlers. Stillwater on the drive. Stephen Payne with the rebound. Brings the ball up the floor. Finds Kellen Ferguson. And they set their offense. Coach Donnelly shouting out a set. Slater over to Zach Trethaway. Nick White at the point. Slater drives into White, who's open for another three. He hits. 8-0 run to start the game for the Antlers. 2 threes by Nick White. Great start to their home opener for the Antlers. Stillwater forces a shot. Slater with the rebound. Took one too many dribbles. Picked up the foul. Coach Donnelly's got to like the energy and the effort and the execution that his boys have shown here in the first 2 minutes of the game. 8-0 Antlers. Number 11, Colin Carter, putting the ball in play. Gets it to Dylan Smith. Looks like Chick Davis made a wholesale substitution. Wasn't real happy with his starters. That's what Chick does. Chick does a lot of things. One thing he does better than anybody, he knows how to handle his bench and he knows how to handle personnel. He's been at Stillwater forever and a day. He's one of the best, most respected coaches in 6A. But his team has yet to put a point on the scoreboard. They look to run that dribble drive offense. A lot of ball screens, a lot of drives and kicks, a lot of jump shots. Right now, the Deer Creek defense is spot on, covering up every hole. Nice teardrop by number 5, Simon Devlin. Miles Slater brings the ball up the floor. Stephen Payne at the point, kicks it over to Nick White. Ball screen by Payne. He's wide open on the pick and roll, and he'll pick up the foul. Stephen Payne, the newcomer here, has made his mark. Slater over to White. Back to Slater at the point. Here comes Trethaway on the wing. Trethaway drives, puts up his own teardrop, doesn't quite go in. Rebound, Stillwater. Alec Novsgaard with the kick up the floor. Fast break, Payne with the block. Great recovery on defense because Stillwater had the numbers on the fast break. Great job of getting the ball up the floor, but Deer Creek was able to recover, and Payne blocked the ball out of bounds. 4:51 to go in the first quarter, 8-2 Deer Creek. Jump shot, number 22, Nofsger. It's 8-4. Stillwater's managed to trim the lead in half. It was 8-0, now it's 8-4. Chick Davis really coaching up his defense. Great pass into Payne, who kicks it over to White. Ferguson takes his three. Doesn't go. Colin Carter with the rebound. Here comes Stillwater. Going to run some plays. Let's run a set here. Nice play by number 14, Dylan Smith. Now Stillwater's made their own little run. 6 straight points for the Pioneers. Nick White Illegal screen set by Stephen Payne. Number 3, Baron Hopgood, and number 5, Logan Stanley, check in. Kellen Ferguson and Zach Trethaway will have a seat at the 3.5-minute mark. Great defense by number 21, Miles Slater. He goes up strong and he's fouled. Terrific defense by the junior. Dylan Smith picks up his second foul. He's got all the fouls for Stillwater. They have 2 team fouls. Slater up for 2 shots. Hits the first one like he knows what he's doing. It's like Deer Creek may be setting up some kind of press. Slater's second shot crawls out. Rebound by the big man, Hunter Stanton. It was a big concern of Coach Donnelly's about the matchup with that big man. They're going to call a foul on him. As Baron Hopgood was down there trying to muscle up with him and got knocked on his backside and got called, draw the foul on Hunter Stanton. His first, team third. 9-6, Deer Creek, 3:11 to go. Slater brings the ball up the court. Kicks it to Nick White. Sets a screen by Stephen Payne. Great defense that time by number 14, Dylan Smith, picks up the charge. Payne picks up his second foul, and he's going to have a seat. Newcomer had a really good 5 minutes, but he's picked up his second foul. Number 32, Matt Sinar, checks in for Payne. Got a little half-court trap. Sinar picks it off. Just checked in, and number 14, Dylan Smith, may have just picked up another foul. That's his third foul. He's going to have a seat and watch for the rest of the half. Lamont Evans comes in for him, number 25. Hopgood ready to set the ball in play. Slater takes the basketball. Two-three zone employed by the Pioneers. Dangerous proposition with the way the Antlers can shoot the three. Sinar got behind his man and put a little shove on him and got called for the foul underneath. 2.5 to go, 9-6 Deer Creek. And what started out as pretty good offense, execution has ground to a halt here as the Antlers have only scored 1 point in the past 4 minutes. The big man Stanton puts the ball off the glass. 2 points, and Coach Donnelly calls a timeout. He'll make it a full timeout. One thing that Coach Donnelly is counting on this year is for this team to be the mature bunch, to be the experienced group, to be the team that he expects maturity this year. He wants to demonstrate growth from last season, not only in execution and in results, but also in the way they handle themselves on the floor. Last year they had a decent start to their season, but it quickly fell apart and unraveled as the season went, and they made a quick exit out of the 6A playoffs last year. But he returns a lot of those same guys, and they have that varsity experience, and he believes that they're going to display that experience in the way that they practice and approach games. And the consistency that comes with that, he believes, is going to be the asset that will put them over the top. He knows they have the ability to make a strong push in the playoffs, and their goal is to win their first playoff game as a member of the Class 6A classification. So Sinar will put the ball in play. Slater will take the ball up the floor. Man-to-man defense by Stillwater. Hopgood takes a shot from his knees. Staton for the rebound. He lost his shoe. Slater. A little NBA foul there. Number 22, Alec Nosker, picks up his second foul. No, I checked that. That's his first foul. Hopgood gets his wheel back on. He's ready to go. Two-three zone. Hopgood for the three. In and out. Off the back end of the iron. Nosker brings the ball to the floor. Hopgood slows him down. Gets his hand on the basketball. Big screen by the big man. Screens and rescreens. Nosker takes the three. Off to the right. Rebound. Not controlled and out of bounds off of Deer Creek. 1:25 to go. 1 point lead for the home team. Looking to isolate the big man. Gets the ball inside. The big fella, number 44, Hunter Staton, turns, shoots, and is fouled. And the Pioneers have their first lead of the game at 10-9. Number 20, Parker Reed, comes into the game. Nick White will have a seat after he picked up his first foul. Staton's on the line, shooting one. It's nothing but net. It's a 2 point lead for the Pioneers. Now this is where the maturity's got to kick in, according to Coach Donnelly, to handle a little adversity. After jumping out to an 8-0 lead, they're now down 2. How will they handle themselves? So far, they're running offense. That's good. Tough shot by Slater. Baron Hopgood loses control of the basketball, and Stillwater picks it up on the turnover with 46 seconds and a 2 point lead. Number 10, Mitchell Bradshaw drives all the way to the rim, puts in a finger roll. Another concern about the game tonight was, from Coach Donnelly, was to protect the paint better. In that case, they really didn't do it that time. It's the first time they've really given up the paint on a drive. Big shot. Foul on number 44, Hunter Staton. Number 20, Parker Reed, with a nice move, going to his right, picks up the foul, scores the bucket. One shot. Parker Reed, senior, looking to bring the Antlers to within one. 13-12 with 20 seconds to go. Staton goes and has a seat. Number 32, Jack Glenn, comes into the game. 17 seconds on the clock. Hopgood. And Stanley put great pressure on the ball. Stanley up. Can't finish, but he does draw the foul. Both Logan Stanley and Baron Hopgood put great pressure at about that three-quarter court spot and created a poor pass turnover. Stanley can't get the first in of the 1-and-1 of the 2 point. Number 2, Kellen Ferguson, back in the game. Comes in for Matt Sinar. 8.5 seconds to go. 1 point game. Stanley hits a second. We have a tie game. Pressure in the backcourt, much like the girls did. Nowhere to go. And we have a turnover. Force a turnover. We have no time on the clock, so that's going to be the end of the first quarter. And we're knotted up at 13. We are knotted up here at 13 all. Home opener for the Antlers tonight. Deer Creek jumped out to an 8-0 lead in the first 2 minutes of the quarter and then really struggled. Finished things out as Stillwater found their sea legs and was able to take a brief lead for a moment. Logan Stanley hit a free throw to tie the game as we go into the second quarter. Stillwater will take the basketball out of bounds. Number 5, Simon Devlin, will bring the ball across half court. Hopgood's waiting for him at half court. Classic Stillwater basketball. Drive, and look to kick for a three. They haven't shot very many threes. They get to the rim there, and that's what they do best. Put the ball on the floor and get to the rim. Coach Donnelly talked about stopping the paint drives. Seen a couple of times where they've struggled with that. Nick White with the basketball, kicks it over. Number 20, Parker Reed. Hopgood takes a shot. The lefty pulls up, can't get it done. Rebound. Fast break blocked by number 20, Parker Reed. And White can't quite get rid of the basketball before he travels. Caldwell with the basketball, kicks it right back to Devlin. Caldwell with the ball, hits the middleman, who hits it on the backside. And number 13, Brandon Vaughn, can't quite handle it. That would have been a sure 2 points probably, but he fumbled the basketball, and Deer Creek was there to retrieve it. White goes up strong. He gets fouled by Caldwell. Nick White, 2 free throws, 2 big free throws here early in the game. White misses the second one, 15-14 Stillwater. Great pressure in the backcourt. Zach Trethewey back in the game. And the high-risk defense backfired there as the backside didn't cover the basket. And an easy layup for the Pioneers. Down 3, the Antlers look to run their set. Hopgood shoots from the 3 from the corner, and he gets the shot to fall. Looked like it was going to pop out, but it came right back down to tie the game, and we have a timeout. Chick Davis wants a timeout, and he's going to take a 30-second break. I don't think he was too happy that a shooter like Hopgood was left wide open in the corner. Coach Donnelly thought his expectations for the first game was about a 7 out of 10, close to what they expected. In fact, if you look at the stats and you look at how they played, you look at the effort, it's kind of hard to believe that they lost the game, but, at the end of the day, the final score is the telltale. And then despite the fact that the Antlers played really solid basketball in a lot of areas, they could not pull out the victory on Tuesday night. So both teams are at 0-1 looking for their first victory. Antlers are certainly wanting to defend their home court when we have a tie game at 17 with 6:13 to go in the first half. Deer Creek's coming up to put on a little full court press. Man to man. Hopgood knocks the ball out of bounds. Slater back in the game for the Antlers. As Logan Stanley takes a seat. Devlin brings the ball up to the timeline. Trethewey picks him up. I think the key to handling any Stillwater team is to be able to handle their point guard, and Trethewey did a good job there. But you got to keep them out of the paint because that's what they do. They get in the paint, they kick, they shoot threes, they make threes. It's a tough offense to guard. In and out from Ferguson. Rebound number 22, Knopfsker. Bradshaw getting his team set. It's another drive, kick from the corner, missed three this time. Trethewey gets the rebound. Ferguson with the basketball, his eyes up, he kicks it up. Nick White on the wing, goes to the corner. Trethewey reverses the basketball. Hopgood goes up strong. And he's going to pick up a charge there. Defense was set, but he was pretty close to the rim. Probably the right call, even though the home team doesn't like it. It was a good, aggressive move by Baron Hopgood. You want that out of your best players. You want them to be aggressive. You get 5 fouls, you're going to pick up a couple. Might as well do it by being aggressive. We have a backcourt call. Number 2, Ferguson, picks up a foul in the backcourt. That's his first team. That's the 7th team foul, so we should be shooting bonus in a 1-and-1. I think that was a great example of seeing the second thing rather than the first thing. Knopfsker was definitely instigating a little bit of push and shove down there. And I told you before the game that this series is turning into a rivalry. There's not a lot of love between these two teams. And Deer Creek winning all 3 games last year, I know Stillwater's wanting to come in here and make a statement and not drop a 4th straight to their new rivals. And they're ahead 4 points with 5:05 to go, 21-17. Knopfsker with his second shot. Crawls out, White with the rebound, and we get a foul on the rebound. I don't know why Simon Devlin's going to try and compete with Nick White for a rebound there. That's kind of silly. Silly foul, 90 feet from the rim. Now Nick gets to go to the other end and shoot a 1-and-1. Chick's not real happy with that foul. Nick White at the free throw line, shooting the 1-and-1. He hits the first, gets the second now. We've got a timeout. And again, we're addressing some of the chippiness between the two teams. Seems like there's a little action going on between Knopfsker and number 2, Kellen Ferguson. And Ferguson's got the raw end of the deal by getting the foul picked up on him. Knopsker brings the ball up the floor. Looks like Ferguson's got a bloody lip. He complained that he took a shot in the mouth right after he was called with a foul. Illegal screen. Number 10, Mitchell Bradshaw. .448 to go. Slater brings the ball up. Trethewey probing the defense. White with a step back three again. He hits another. And he just gave the Antlers the lead back with his third three of the game. Nick White. Big shot. Big shot, Nick. He has made some big shots throughout his career. Caldwell wide open. I think that's the guy that they want shooting threes. Deer Creek comes up with the loose basketball. Off of number 10, Mitchell Bradshaw, and it's going to be Deer Creek basketball. 1 point lead, 4:02. Slater brings the ball up. Little box set for the Antlers. Go to Hopgood at the elbow. Here comes Nick. Set up for the three. And he hits it. But we have a foul. Illegal screen on number 2, Kellen Ferguson. White just hit his fourth three, but it was negated. Illegal screen by Kellen Ferguson. Nice strip by Hopgood. White goes up strong, misses the shot a little bit too hard off the glass. Here comes Stillwater looking to push the ball, but Deer Creek is back defensively. Bradshaw with the three, he misses, rebound Deer Creek, and foul on number 11, Colin Carter. Hopgood will go to the line, and he's going to shoot two. They're in the double bonus now. Hopgood misses the first. Antlers still lead 22-21. A little uniform maintenance by the officials. Hopgood misses both. Knopsker brings the ball up the floor. So still a 1 point lead for the Antlers. They're going to call an illegal screen there on number 11, Colin Carter. It's another illegal screen. That's a good call because the guy wasn't set and he ran right into the Deer Creek player. Not sure who it was. Knocked him down. Clear advantage, disadvantage. Chick Davis isn't happy about it, and I wouldn't be either. Steal by Carter. He's going to redeem himself. Goes up for the layup. Slater fouls him. And he'll shoot two. Carter was called for the illegal screen. He comes back and redeems himself on the defensive end with the steal. Drives to the bucket. Picks up the foul. Fouls on number 21, Miles Slater, his second. Looks like he's going to stay in the game with 2:50 to go. Carter ties the game. Misses the second. 32, Jack Glenn checks in for the Pioneers. Comes in with Colin Carter. Slater to Hopgood. White at the point. Back to Slater on the wing. Good defense by the Pioneers. And keeping Deer Creek out of that paint. Much what Coach Donnelly wants his team to do on the other end. Deer Creek has basically been fueled by Nick White's three-point shooting and some free throw shooting. White turned the corner on the baseline there and was fouled by number 23, Isaac Fox. Nick White will shoot 2 now. Hits the first. And he knocks the second one down. 2-point lead for the Antlers. 2:18 to go in the first half. At halftime, we're going to have Coach Moorhead, the girls, here for a short interview, talk about his first victory as the Lady Antlers easily took care of the Stillwater Lady Pioneers, 72-50. We're going to have a chat with him at halftime, which will happen in about 2 minutes, 9 seconds of game time. Number 10, Mitchell Bradshaw, is going to step to the line and shoot 2. First foul on Zach Trethaway. First shot won't go in. Matt Seiner comes in for Kellen Ferguson. White puts the ball in play. Slater brings the ball up the floor. 2:07 to go. Stillwater's going to a zone. It's like a matchup 3-2. Each man responsible for an area, but covering a man when they come into that area. White for 3. He just hit his 5th shot. The fourth, only 4 have counted. His 5th three-pointer. Like I said, 4 counted. The other one was negated by a foul. But he has been a wrecking crew here in this first half with 12 points from the 3. And he has spurred the Antlers to a 4-point lead with 1:27 to go. This team feeds off the three-point ball. And White is red hot right now. There's Knopsker again right in the middle of it. He's called for the foul. That's his second. He's going to have a seat. That's the second time he's been in the middle of a scuffle. This time he got called for the foul instead of Deer Creek. Looks like it's going to be a double bonus shot for Nick White. It's been the wrecking ball here in the first half for the Antlers offensively. He has 14 points, half of the Deer Creek points here in the first half. He hits them both. Deer Creek extends their lead to 6. We have a little maintenance going on with the clock, or the scoreboard, or the scorebook. The officials are on top of it, taking care of business. A little uniform maintenance as well. Coach Donnelly talked about this game becoming a little bit more chippy than it has been in the past, and it's definitely played itself out here in the first half. Both teams going at each other, not backing down one bit. Slater on the line for a free throw. He hits the first. Slater ready for the second. He knocks them both down. 6-point lead, 29-23. Apparently Nick White was not supposed to be shooting those free throws. Miles Slater was. Same result. Hopgood picking up Bradshaw well. 1 minute, just a little over 1 minute to go. 6-point lead for the Antlers. Penetrate kick, three-pointer from the corner. Number 3, Parker Lemming hits it. Again, that is what Stillwater does best. Penetrate and pitch. Find the open shooter. And Chick Davis gives every one of his kids the green light, because they can all flat out shoot. Tretheway's pulling the ball out. Looks like Deer Creek's going to play for the last shot. .25 seconds. Hopgood to his left, White to his right. Nick White will take the basketball. 10 seconds. He drives, hesitates, picks up, goes up strong. No call. And we'll go to halftime with a 3-point lead. Deer Creek 29, Stillwater 26. We're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to talk to Coach Moorhead on his first victory as the Lady Antlers head basketball coach. We'll be right back.
I want to be a software designer and improve the way society communicates.
I want to study physics and discover more efficient sources of energy.
I want to be the best teacher I can be, and I get to do that at Deer Creek.
I want to study geology and find ways we can live in better harmony on our planet.
I want to study robotics and design machines that make our lives better.
Our school district's growing fast because word's gotten out.
We're one of the best districts in the nation.
We have 3 times as many students and twice as many schools since 2001, but the donations to the foundation have gotten smaller.
Oklahoma schools are receiving the same amount of funding now as they did in 2008.
It's up to the foundation to fill in the gaps.
And it's up to you to make sure we have what we need
to build a bright future for the world.
To build a bright future for ourselves.
Welcome back. We're here at halftime here at the boys' game. The Deer Creek Antlers lead Stillwater 29-26. I'm joined here with a pretty happy guy right now because head coach Alex Moorhead has just achieved his first victory as the head coach of Deer Creek Lady Antlers. Coach, how's it feel?
It feels good. It's definitely good to get the first one out of the way, and I think once we gain some momentum, it should be a domino effect. I see a lot more wins in the future, so it's good.
That's great. You know, we talked a little bit earlier. You said you had all the tools. It just didn't really pan out. A lot of nervous energy in the first game, and it didn't result in a lot of points. I think you shot 10 for 44 or something like that. It wasn't a really pretty picture, but you were really encouraged by, even through the loss, you were encouraged by what was going to happen.
Yeah,
tell me your thoughts on that.
Absolutely. I think when it came to Mustang, first game of the season, new transition, new coaching staff, and everything else, our girls kind of beat ourselves that night. Yeah. I think they were anxious to get back in their home gym where they're comfortable, and I think it showed. We put up 72 points. So we got a lot of tools, a lot of talent, and I think they were just comfortable tonight. If we can continue to have that feeling, it'll be good throughout the season.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think one thing that you said that kind of marked my thinking, you said, you know, even though you lost, you took the glass half full approach. Definitely. That, you know, you saw a lot of promise, and we saw a lot of the things that you and I talked about, the talent, the athleticism. I mean, all you had to do is get the ball in the hole, and once that happens, like you said, 72 points, that's a lot of points for girls basketball.
For sure. I think once they saw the ball go in the hoop got kind of bigger for sure. But like you said, at one point we had 4 sophomores on the floor.
Yeah.
We have a lot of talent as it ranks from seniors down to freshmen even. We have one freshman that's suiting up right now. But, I mean, they're so talented, it's hard to get everybody on the floor. But like I said, if we can put up points like that and gain some distance from our opponent, they'll see a lot of playing time.
Talk to me a little bit more about your bench. I asked you, what would be the most important position this year, and you said there really wasn't an important position, but your bench was going to play a huge role. And boy, they really proved you right tonight. They came in and did a lot of good things for you.
Definitely, and it doesn't always show up on the scoreboard. You know, we have a lot of sophomores that have length, and so they're getting rebounds and getting a lot of steals and deflections. So, I mean, we have 1 through 5. A lot of kids are playing multiple positions, and so if we can get our bench developed and get some basketball IQ and experience, we'll be a pretty deadly team come the playoffs.
I agree. I really liked what I saw. Give me a couple of players you thought really stood out in your mind tonight.
Lauren Fields, for sure. She's a junior. She's been playing since she's a freshman. I think she had 20 points tonight. She can score at all different positions and times. She's definitely good in the fast break and open floor. Then you have Skylar, who's a sophomore. She's a double-double waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Adriana Carruthers, another junior at guard spot. I mean, they kind of push the tempo. With Lauren and A up there in our press, we kind of dictate where teams can go. If we can kind of figure that out with our bench players, then there's nothing that's really going to stop us.
Well, you know, when you had Lauren and Carruthers up there on the front end of that press, Stillwater had no rhythm, had nothing they could do positive. Absolutely. I mean, I don't know how many turnovers they had, but they almost, at one point, when they were at 29, I had to feel like they were in the 20s with their turnovers. You guys were turning them constantly and creating opportunities for yourself to create those turnovers into points.
Yeah, definitely. And like you say that, it's still the beginning, so we're still learning. As you saw, we had 26 fouls. And so if we can figure out how to move our feet and get our hands off, we'll double the amount of turnovers teams will have. So obviously, like you said, A and Lauren are track-type players. And so if they can continue to move their feet and get those steals, we can get up to 100s every night.
Absolutely. You know, early December basketball, it gets a little sloppy. You know, you got probably a few too many turnovers, too many fouls. You know, those things are fixable, though, right?
Yes, definitely. I think that's the biggest thing as it relates to Mustang. 10 for 44. You can always shoot and things of that nature, but also we put them on the line a lot. So same with Stillwater. We put them on the line 28 times. Yeah. A lot of their points came from the free throw line. I think they were 19 of 28. As you said, it's things that we can correct in practice, understanding that we need to move our feet, basic fundamentals. So if we can get those cleared up, it'll be good come January, February.
Absolutely. You know, you talked about, getting it corrected from Mustang in the last 2 days of practice. You know, what do you have going forward to correct going into your next ball game coming up next week?
I think, once again, the offense will always come, but if we can stop teams, then we're definitely going to stay in the game. We're definitely going to work on some basic getting down in the stands and moving our feet and not reaching, putting our body on somebody to get a rebound, and then for one thing, we got to make free throws. We missed 11 free throws. Yeah. Adriana, she's better than that. She was 1 for 6 tonight, but like I said, that's the difference between being up 15 and 20 as opposed to just being up by 7 in the first half. So those are things that we can correct. We're going to shoot a lot of free throws and get them down in the stands, but I think come Westmore we'll be ready to go.
You know, you see a lot of fatigue fouls, when they don't get in their stance, and that's when I know Bree Scott had a few of those. You know, she was playing hard, but she just came out of her stance a few times and ended up bumping them, and they were calling it pretty tight, and she ends up fouling out. But those are real fixable, right?
Absolutely.
Those are the things that you can fine tune and practice. And look, see it on film, whatever. So going forward, what's the one big thing I know you talked about, the defense I thought was spot on. We talked a lot about the offense, but the defense I thought was really, really what dictated. Lauren was awesome on defense. I thought her length, she probably touched the basketball 5 or 6 possessions in a row on defense.
Absolutely. I think, like you said, we need to be able to control tempo. Definitely moving forward with teams like Westmore, they've got a senior that's signed with OU. We need to be able to control the tempo on the defensive side of things because we have so many weapons on offense. If we stop teams, we'll be in every single game we play.
Feels good to get that win, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's definitely was hanging over my head after Mustang, but it's gone now. So
it's gone. It's off your back.
Yeah.
Feeling good. It's going to be a great weekend.
Yeah,
well,
it
Coach,
was a good Friday.
Absolutely. I sure do appreciate you spending time. I know you probably want to get home and enjoy the victory, but thank you so much for joining us here at halftime. And
I appreciate it.
God bless and congratulations, buddy.
I appreciate
it. All right.
I'll see you some more.
We'll be back in just a few minutes. We're back here at the PAC, and we're looking for a exciting second half. Deer Creek leads 29-26 over the Stillwater Pioneers. Sure was great talking to Coach Moorhead at halftime. I really believe he's going to pick up the tradition of Deer Creek Lady Antler basketball and carry it a long way. Great job tonight. 72-50 victors over Stillwater Lady Pioneers. Start the second half. Starters are back on the floor for the Antlers. Nick White literally did a 360 around Colin Carter on his defense. This group just seems like they have a little bit more jump in their step. They keep those guys out of the paint a little bit better. Forces a bad shot. Ball's on the floor. Stillwater comes up with it. Misses the shot down low. Deer Creek with the rebound. Here comes Slater. He's taking it down the left side. Kicks it out to Zach. 3-point goes in and out. Nick White comes up with a rebound. Slater shoots. He misses. A couple of good looks at the three ball there, but Slater and Tretzaway goes in and out. Stillwater gets to the rim this time. Stephen Payne may have just picked up his third foul. And it looks like Hopgood's going to come in quickly. Logan Stanley is going to come in for Kellen Ferguson quickly. Assistant coach Jeremy Gregston was talking to Kellen. Something was going on there. We know why Steven came out. He just picked up his third foul. Getting a little rough down low. Carter and Stanley are battling down low for position. White with the steal. He's going to take it all the way to the hoop. He gets fouled by Carter. And Stanley bumps it, and we got a technical foul. Coach Donnelly was certainly spot on when he talked about this being a rivalry now. Carter was kind of standing over Nick White. A little bit of bravado there, and Stanley came quickly to pick him up and bumped hard into Carter. And the technical foul was called on Logan Stanley because the two kind of squared off after that. So we have a common foul and a technical foul. I love it when players are called for something they don't think they did. They go, no, I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do a thing. Well, yeah, you did. Camera don't lie. So Stanley's going to come right back out. He was just trying to protect his teammate. I give him all the credit for that. But you can't go in and bump a guy pretty hard like he did. So hopefully the young man learned something.
Substitution for Stillwater, number 33.
The purpose was right, the execution was wrong. I think Nick just missed his first shot of the day. This is his second free throw. So no blood drawn there.
Substitution for the Pioneers, number 10, Mitchell Bradshaw.
Now Alec Knofsker will shoot the technicals. This could be a big swing. But Knofsker can't put it down. 3 missed free throws here. Make it 4. So we'll just start the whole thing over again. Stillwater will take possession of the basketball. 6:31 to go. Deer Creek still up by the 3 points they were up at halftime, 29-26. Two of the better free throw shooters both went 0 for 2 at the line. Trethewey switches screens, gets back out on number 10. Bradshaw. Hobgood called for the foul. His second foul. Third team foul. Open three. Bradshaw comes up short. Slater takes the basketball, pulls it back. He's going into a trap, though. They find Trethewey. Hopgood elevates over. Hits the 10-footer. 31-26. Nice shot by the lefty. And we're under 6 minutes. And Deer Creek has its biggest lead since early in the first quarter. 31-26. Stillwater offense, a lot of screens on the baseline. Caldwell penetrates and kicks. Slater knocks the ball out of bounds, gets his hands on the ball. Nice deflection by the junior. Bradshaw with the basketball, Slater guarding him. Looking to push him to the sidelines. Not wanting to give up the middle. Picks up the 3. Caldwell with the rebound. Great hustle play by number 33 for the Pioneers, Caldwell. Bradshaw with the ball again. Knobsker again tangled up, this time with Hopgood. Knocks down the 3. 2-point game, 31-29. Yeah, Novsker's that kid that you want on your team, but you hate to play against him. He's tough, he's scrappy. There's always a little controversy that goes with it too. But hit a big shot right there. Huge three. Trethewey for the three from the point, off the front of the rim. Hopgood with the rebound. He goes strong, and he's going to be fouled. Number 23, Isaac Fox. His first foul. Hopgood's going to go to the free throw line. Struggled in the first half from the line, going 0 for 2. Hits this one, though. Slater comes out. Ferguson back in. Hits them both this time. Well, he's working at 50%, 2 for 4. Laps on defense. Deer Creek didn't have a man back. And Bradshaw was standing all in the corner all by himself. Gets the basketball, goes strong to the hole, gets fouled. Ferguson fouls him, picks up his third foul. Mitchell Bradshaw will shoot 2. It's like Micah Sinor is getting ready to come into the game. Bradshaw misses the first. Here comes Sinor. The younger, the junior, Micah Sinor. His brother Matt is a senior. He makes the second. And we have a 3-point game, 33-30, with 4:26 to go. Trethewey looks like he's handling the basketball as the point guard. Dylan Smith picked him up. Matt Sinor goes up strong, gets fouled. So the elder Sinor goes strong to the basket, gets fouled, and he's going to go shoot 2. Novsker just picks up his third team foul. Sinor for 2 here. Hits the first. Novsker's going to have a seat. Lamont Evans going to come in, number 25. We'll see if Deer Creek can expand their lead with Novsker on the bench now. Sinor hits the second, and the big man, Hunter Staton, 6'7", is coming on and replacing Parker Lemming. Parker Reed comes in the game for the elder Sinor, Matt Sinor, after he made his 2 free throws. 5-point lead for the Antlers. It's a tough, rough game right now. Both teams playing hard. Big man travels before he gets the ball up. Oh, what coaches would give for a big man with great feet. It always seems to be the biggest problem with. We have a turnover. Zach cut, Nick passed. No man there. So turnover. Give the ball back to the Pioneers. 3:55 to go, 5-point lead. Looking to isolate Staton. And he hooks him and gets called for the offensive foul. That's 2 turnovers. Chick Davis not real happy about it, especially when the physical play on defense in the post defense was pretty aggressive. I think he's saying just let that go. He may be right. A little chaos on the offensive end, and Coach Donnelly quickly calls timeout. We're going to have a full timeout here, 60-second. We're going to take a brief break here. When we come back into the timeout, and we're back. 3:37 to go, the third quarter. Coach Donnelly's Deer Creek Antlers up 5 over Chick Davis's Stillwater Pioneers. Coach Donnelly didn't like what he saw in that last half-court set and quickly called a timeout before a turnover happened. Micah Sinar with the basketball, gets it to Nick White. Nick passes over to Zach Trethaway. Hopgood stays on the opposite wing. Parker Reed looked like he was going to set a ball screen, but he's playing the high post, it looks like. Now he steps out to the wing. Antlers being very patient here on this set. Hopgood gets the ball at the high post, and he couldn't quite get the ball down before he moved his feet. Turnover. Awful frustrating for a coach. Call a timeout, set something up, and have something silly like a turnover ruin a perfectly good 60-second timeout. But it happens. High school kids. Looking to clear out for the big man. Staton has the ball inside out to Caldwell. Sinar with, almost the steal. Micah Sinar had his hands on the basketball, couldn't quite come up with it and possess it, and it bounced off his knee out of bounds. Number 5, Logan Stanley back in the game. He's coming in for Zach Trethaway. Stephen Payne is coming in for Nick White. Lamont Evans puts the ball in play. Knopsker back in the game. Deer Creek was able to extend its lead by 2 while he was out. Staton kicks it over. Three-pointer by Dylan Smith. Missed. Hopgood with the rebound. Pulls up for the short jumper. Great rebound. Couldn't quite finish by Sinar. Parker Reed's got his hands full with the big man. Hopgood picks up a hand check at the point. Guess who he's guarding? Number 22. Kids drawing fouls, playing aggressive. Chick Davis got to love that. Parker Reed called for the foul down low, trying to cover the 6'7" monster inside. Hunter Staton. He's given up a lot of height, but he's holding his ground, holding a good base, trying to keep him out of the lane. Caldwell goes up, misses. Staton misses on a putback. Sinar with the rebound. Fumbles the basketball, picks it up. Shovels his feet, I guess, when he picked it up. Official on the baseline called traveling and it'll be Stillwater basketball. 154. We're still at 35-30. This is where we were about 10 minutes ago, right? Smith with the ball in the corner, kicks it to Caldwell. They're looking inside. They're trying to get the ball inside. Parker Reed picks up another foul. And that will put Stillwater in the bonus. See if the big man can make a free throw. It's 1-1. Oscar penetrates, pitches. Evans kicks it out. Smith again penetrates on the right side. Puts up a nice soft shot. Payne can't quite come up with a rebound. Evans fouls. Not going to have a foul. We're going to have a jump ball. So with 1:22 to go, Stillwater will be in the bonus for the rest of the game. Deer Creek still has a ways to go to get there. Slater with the basketball, bringing it up. He's being guarded by Evans. Slater blows by him, pulls back. Nick White launches the three. This time he misses. That's his first miss from the three. And here comes Caldwell. Nosker goes up strong, misses. Caldwell with a rebound. Caldwell hits his first. 35-31 with a minute to go. Tretheway's coming in. And he's going to take a beat up and bruised Parker Reed out. Coach Donnelly's going pretty small here. Caldwell hits them both. So Payne and White are the two biggest players for Deer Creek right now. Both of them are more perimeter than they are. Good skip pass. Tretheway for three off the front of the rim. Devlin pulls up, kicks it out to Caldwell. He travels. Bradshaw comes in for Malsker. Trying to protect the senior, picking up a cheap foul with 30 seconds left. 35-32 Antlers. Been a low-scoring third quarter, unlike the girls' game, where the girls just blew open the doors and took control. The boys are right now standing at 6 points. And so is Stillwater. We're looking at a 6-6 game. White almost loses control. Here comes Zach looking to penetrate. Takes a wild shot off the backboard. And we're going to stay at 35-32 at the end of the third quarter. Offense ground to a halt there in the third quarter. 6-6 tie. 3-point lead still maintained by the Antlers. In the fourth quarter, the big quarter, the iron quarter, will decide this basketball game. Deer Creek is in some foul trouble. The Pioneers will be shooting free throws on every common foul for the rest of the game. Stillwater still has 3 fouls to give. So Coach Donnelly is going to be calling on that maturity that he's been talking about over the past week. Senior heavy team and juniors with experience. It's going to be relying on how his team responds here with a 3-point lead in the fourth quarter. It will be Stillwater's basketball. Coach Donnelly's going to remain small. He even went smaller as he took out Payne and put Kellen Ferguson back in the ball game. So the Antlers are tiny out there, Nick White being the biggest guy, and he's going to have to try to guard the 6'7" man. Knopsker for three from the corner. Staton with the zone rebound. Tips and then puts it back in. White thought he was on his back. 35-34. Slater for three. Kick out from White. Drew three guys in on him. He kicks it out to Slater, and Slater knocks down to three. That's a huge shot. Puts the lead back up at 4. 38-34. This is Stillwater basketball. Moving the ball with the pass. Creates driving lines. They missed a little shot there. White with the rebound. Here come the Antlers. Slater feeling it off the back of the rim that time. Gets his own rebound. Goes hard to the basket. It looks like the call's going to be on number 22, Alec Novsker. His fourth foul, 15th foul. That's a big foul. He's kind of the heart and soul of this Stillwater team. He's definitely the Energizer Bunny. And that was a either-or deal, and he's talking to the referee. He's content with the answer he got. Slater just picked up his next point. He's scored the last 4 points for the Antlers, 39-34. Knopsker's going to have a seat for a while. Protect him at the 6:50 mark. We'll see when he comes back in. This could be a big turning point with their Hart leader coming out with 6:50 to go. And his team trailing by 5. Slater puts the second one down. He's scored the last 5 points for the Antlers, 40-34. It was 35-34 for when Mr. Slater decided he was going to take over. Penetrate pitch, corner three. Couldn't knock it down. Zach Trethewey up strong. Knocks it down. Nice pass by Nick White. Trethewey hits the shot. And we've got a foul called on Nick White. They're going to shoot free throws. 1-1. 8-point lead for the Antlers. For Zach Trethewey scored on the breakaway. Great pass by Nick White, passing it out ahead, and Trethewey's speed easily ran the ball down. And then he was smart enough to realize, let these guys fly by and I'll put the shot in. Missed shot. Missed free throw. Stillwater comes up with the rebound, and they'll get another shot at it with 6:15 to go. Bradshaw with the ball. Caldwell hits it to the big man, little baby hook. He couldn't finish, and then he goes right over the back. That's his third foul. You know, as a former coach, sometimes you feel like your guy gets penalized for being too big. I think that's what Coach Chick Davis is trying to express right now. He feels like his guy's getting penalized for being overly aggressive, trying to go after the basketball. So Staten will have a seat. Number 13, Braden Vaughn, senior, will come in. 8-point lead for the Antlers with 6 minutes to go. Stillwater with two of their better offensive threat sitting on the bench. White goes up strong. Undercut, fouled, makes the easy layup. He's bumped as he goes up. And here comes Nofsker. He's coming back in the game. 25, Lamont Evans, first foul. Nofsker comes back in. Well, he should. This game's about to get away from Stillwater. Chick Davis takes a moment to teach the lad something about position basketball on defense. White hits it. 11-point lead. Nick's going to come out. Here comes Hobgood back in the game. Boy, the Antlers are deep this year. A lot of good players coming off the bench. They don't drop off much at all when they go to their bench, if they drop off any. Hobgood came off the bench tonight. Sinar came off the bench tonight. Defensive breakdown there costs the Antlers 2 points for the Pioneers. 5:35 to go, 45-36. Might be the most uncomfortable 9-point lead. Slater goes strong, and he's called for the charge. He went aggressively to the basket in what didn't happen last time the Pioneers wanted. They got this time. Slater's pretty flustered. Donnelly's not real happy with that call. So both coaches are wondering exactly what's a charge and what's not, and what's good post defense and what's a foul. Great defense by Slater, taking away the pass. Caldwell posts up. Great defense by number 5, Logan Stanley. That's textbook right there, post defense. Ferguson with the basketball. Trethewey now has it. He takes it to the point. He looks like he wants to go the left wing. Hopgood sets a screen for Trethewey. Here comes Slater again. He pulls up for about a 12-footer. Can't get it to fall. Both defenses have really ratcheted up a little bit. Challenging everything, every pass, every dribble, every rebound. Smith goes to the rim, gets by Slater, and nobody was there to help Slater, and he gets the left-handed layup for 2. 45-38, 7-point lead, 4:20 to go. Go to the right side this time. Ferguson turns down the screen, goes to the baseline. He's still trying to probe the baseline, turns it over. Smith pushes the ball up the floor. Goes out of bounds off of Deer Creek. Carter's coming back in the game for Caldwell. White comes in for Deer Creek for Stanley. Give old Stanley a big old pat on the butt, Coach. That was some tough defense he was playing down on the post. Kudos to that kid. Got a 30-second timeout here. 4 minutes, 2 seconds to go. Both teams are in the bonus. Stillwater will be in the double bonus. Deer Creek will be in the standard bonus. Well, this was everything that Coach Donnelly thought it would be. It's been gritty, it's been tough. Both squads have been squaring up, squaring off, not backing down from one another. It's been chippy. We've seen a little pushing, a little shoving, bloody lips. Seen some pretty decent basketball and some great shooting, especially by the Antlers' Nick White, who I think is 4 for 5 from the three-point line. He was hovering around 15, 16 points at halftime. He's cooled off a little bit here in the second half. He's around the 20-point mark. First game against Mustang, Coach Donnelly had 3 guys in double figures. I think we're going to have more of the same here. (45-38). Well, maybe we won't have 3 guys at double figures. We're at 45 points, but we know Nick White is in double figures. Pretty good defensive sideline play. Couldn't get it in. Nick White with the rebound, fouled by number 13, Braden Vaughn. Got 1 and 1 for Nick White. Looks to add to his game high scoring. Big man Hunter Staten looking to check back in. White hits the first. Big free throw there. And quickly, Coach Donnelly counters by putting in Parker Reed, and bringing out Zach Trethaway. So a little chess match going on here between the two head coaches. Chick Davis decided to go big. Donnelly countered and putting in his tough guy. White misses the second. 46-38, 8-point lead, less than 4 minutes to go. This is where games are won and lost here. Last 4 minutes of the fourth quarter in a close game. Who's gonna flinch? Who's gonna blink? Great posting up, sealing by Hunter Staten. 6-point game as he easily scores. Cheap foul there by Dylan Smith. Didn't need to bump him. So Miles Slater, the junior, will go to the free throw line. Bradshaw comes back in the game as Smith departs after the silly foul. Assistant coach Kyle Love's telling him, you can't put your arm on him, buddy, while he's running down the floor. So Caldwell comes back in the game for Stillwater. Colin Carter comes back out. Stillwater now is very big. Knopsker, the smallest player on the floor. Deer Creek counters with Nick White. Parker Reed is their size. And Barron Hopgood with a little bit of length out there too. Nick White steals the basketball from number 13, Braden Vaughn. Fast break. Hopgood goes up. And we're going to have a jump basketball. Cup the ball up top. It's going to be Stillwater's basketball. Good call by the referee. Hopgood looks to turn. Knopsker looking for a gap. They're trying to get it into the big man. Still trying. Jump hook, and he scores. You can't guard that. Somebody said one time to me, you can't coach 6'7". That's just size. You can't make a kid grow. When they're 6'7", that's just a clear advantage. Now you could teach them that nice little jump hook. Great play as Slater penetrates and finds Parker Reed on the left side block, and he gets an easy layup for a huge basket to put the Antlers back up 8. Slater gets his hand on the basketball, knocks it out of bounds. Parker Lemming comes back in for Braden Vaughn for the Pioneers. They still remain pretty big out there with Hunter Staten taking up the post. Caldwell playing the high post. Knopsker with the basketball. He's looking inside. They are focused on the big man, and Deer Creek's got 3 guys around him. Now they've got 2. Great play. Great defense by Parker Reed. Parker Reed just stripped that basketball. That was a huge play. Huge play. 1:55 to go, 8-point lead. No hurry here. Nick White in control of the basketball. Knopsker's on him. Loose basketball. Reed picks it up. Slater with the basketball now. We're down to a minute and a half. 90 seconds to go for our first win of the year. Hopgood has the basketball. Caldwell guarding him. We've got a count going. Hopgood gets by him. Dishes it off. Reed tries a tough shot, but he gets fouled by the 6'7" Hunter Staten. That's his 5th foul. That's tough. He's just a junior. Maybe he still has some skill development to go, but the kid's 6'7", you can't, it's hard to guard. Reed makes him pay with the big free throw, 9-point lead, minute 14 to go. Deer Creek closing in on their first win of the season in their home opener. Now if the wheels just don't fall off, should be in good shape. Just as I say that, Parker Lemming nails a 3 to cut the lead to 6 with 65 seconds to go in the game. 60-second timeout. Chick Davis is setting his defense up. So he knows Deer Creek doesn't really have to score again to win. Not in the offensive set. He'll probably have to score on free throws. But Donnelly's probably going to try to spread the floor, keep the spacing wide, and make Chick's team chase his boys all over the half court. This is the fun part of high school basketball. Anything can happen, sports fans. Anything can happen. Davis sends out Novsker, number 22. Bradshaw, number 10. Parker Lemming, who just hit the 3. Number 3, Caldwell, number 33. And number 23, Isaac Fox. Donnelly's going to counter with Hopgood, Trethaway, White, Slater, and Ferguson. Very guard heavy and small. Comes a trap. Bradshaw got his hands on it. Slater handles it as a good point guard should. Gets into the rim. Kind of surprised he went the whole way, but nobody stopped him. And he picks up the foul, or he drew the foul. And 23, Isaac Fox, his second foul. We're in the double bonus here. So Slater's going to shoot 2. This is where Coach Donnelly was really hoping his maturity, his team would come in, mental toughness, making free throws. Slater misses the first. Comes the second. The lefty puts it up, hits it, 7-point lead. That's big because now it's a 3-possession game rather than a 2. Slater knows he did it. Got a little bit too physical there. That's his 4th foul. Number 10, Bradshaw, will go up and shoot 2 now. Huge miss. Huge miss. Slater's going to come out. Matt Sinar comes in for Parker Reed, who I think's had a heck of a game. It's not going to show up in the stat book, but he's really played well. Bradshaw makes the second one, and we're back to a 6-point game. 45 seconds. Hopgood takes the ball across half court. 40 seconds to go. Now it's just stay wide, keep the floor spaced, penetrate, and kick. Foul on Caldwell, grabs his arm. 31.8 seconds to go. Ferguson heads to the free throw line to hopefully ice this game. It's a 2-possession game right now with 31 seconds to go. You can get this to 8 points, 3 possessions. That's awful hard to overcome. Makes the first. Big free throw. Comes Reed back in for Sinor. Matt Sinor, the senior. Miss, but Hopgood with the hustle play gets the rebound. That should do it, barring a major meltdown. Mike Donnelly calls timeout. 25.8 seconds to go. 7-point lead and possession of the basketball. He wants to get the right guys in there now. The free throw shooters. That's a smart timeout by Coach Donnelly. 25.8 seconds to go. Logan Stanley, Parker Reed back in the game. The only thing you got to do right now is take care of the basketball, make them foul you, and then make your free throws. Now that's easier said than done. And we're talking about 16, 17-year-old kids. Sometimes they don't always do what they're told, but it's a simple solution here. The game is in their hands. It's Deer Creek's game to win. If they'll take care of the basketball, space the floor, and make the free throws. Stillwater needs a lot of help from the home team to pull this victory out. Stillwater has 5 guards out now, hoping their quickness can create a little havoc out there. Deer Creek counters with Nick White, Matt Sinar, Trethaway, Stanley, and Hopgood. Trethaway gets the ball in the corner, and he's fouled quickly by number 11, Colin Carter. He's going to go to the free throw line. 24 seconds. He's got to make both. Nothing. Zach knocks down the first one like he's been there before. Hits them both. 8-point lead, 24 seconds to go. I was going to say, I thought it was a 9-point lead. 55-46, 24 seconds to go. Hopgood picks up Novskra. Huge shot, big shot, miss. Smith for the three, he misses. White gets the rebound. They go after him, and they foul him. So Smith missed a big shot. Bradshaw missed. Evans missed. All had looks. Deer Creek looks like they're going to walk away with their first win of the season in their home opener and go to 1-1. Stillwater will fall to 0-2, but they've yet to play a home game. So they came in and fought hard. They're going to come up a little bit short again. White hits the first, 10-point lead. I think Coach Donnelly's team has shown a lot of maturity here in the fourth quarter and handled this very well. Everything he thought his team would do, they're doing. Both shots made. 11-point lead. 11 seconds to go. Here we go. Missed shot. Nick White with the rebound. 3 versus none. Nobody was back, and here we go again. Novskra again, right in the middle of all that. And Nick White gets called for the tech. I tell you. It's always the second guy that gets caught, isn't it? Sitting here with our wonderful teacher of Antler Vision, Miss Janet Harris. It's a wonderful, wonderful organization here at Deer Creek High School. Student-driven, student-run. Everything you see here outside of the dummy announcer is all run by students and led by a pretty decent woman, happens to be my wife, Janet Harris. She's a wonderful lady. So Nick hits the first. 2 seconds to go, 12-point lead. Our next broadcast will be Tuesday when the Antlers are going to take on Westmore. I'm sorry, our next broadcast will be next Tuesday when wrestling will be here, not basketball. Wrestling will be here next Tuesday, 7:30. That will be our next broadcast for Antler Vision right here at the Pack. Not sure when our next basketball broadcast will be. I believe it'll be the 15th. So with 2 seconds to go, 10-point lead, 58-48. Don Meredith used to say, turn out the light, the party's over. That's what's happened. Antlers are going to win. And that's it. That's your final score. First win for the Antlers, defending their home court, winning by 10, 58-48. Congratulations to Mike Donnelly and the Deer Creek Antlers, who draw even at 1-1 for the season with a big win over the Stillwater Pioneers. That'll be it. That'll do it for Antler Vision for this game. This is Rick Harris signing off. Thank you so much for listening. This is Deer Creek Antler Vision Basketball.